Sophomore Freshman Dance. Though we are now sophomores, it was not so very long ago when we were freshmen here at TAC, so we remember exactly how it feels to be a new member of the community. Take Alice, for example. A freshman very like any one of you. Alice often feels lonely, uncomfortable, and awkward in so many new situations. Which is why she has decided that watching a movie alone in her room wouldn't quite be a mortal sin. Especially if she confessed it to Father Buckley.
I can't believe you're watching a movie in this room.
You're late! You're late! You're late! You're late!
Oh my goodness, I'm going to be late for class.
I didn't think you would do that.
Have you heard about the new Peaky Brother? Or the dreamy little Patrick one? Have you heard the latest girlish gossip? It's in Monica's bathroom. There are giggling freshman girls on the hillside. All the boys compete to catch their eyes. All the girls just want to see Mark Lyons. There are nerds and there are athletes and a few potential priests. But handsome Patrick Cross, who makes our skirted knees You can learn a lot of things from the sophomores, most especially in the girls' bathroom. There is talk of manly men and romance in St. Monica's bathroom.
Oh, that was lovely.
What kind of garden do you come from?
Oh, I don't come from a garden. That is, I'm not a flower.
Well, just what species, or shall we say genus, are you, my dear?
Well, I suppose you could say that I'm the genus Studentus. Alice?
Just look at her skirt. What a peculiar color. And those knees. Rather bare, I'd say.
I think she's pretty.
Fire.
Aha! Just as I suspected, she's nothing but a common freshman. We don't stand for freshmen in our bathroom.
In an attempt to recover from her harrowing experience in St. Monica's bathroom, Alice walks by the smoker's patio on her way to breakfast. By the kindness of Providence, Alice meets a wise upperclassman who is more than happy to communicate his profound knowledge of the intricacies of TAC social life. I'm sure you've all come across an upperclassman. They think they know everything. Ooh. Oh, you.
I'm Alice, a freshman.
Are you the freshman smoker girl?
Oh no, I don't smoke. I've never smoked in my life.
What? You don't smoke? But my dear, why wouldn't you indulge in such a edifying habit?
Well, because it smells awful, and it's such a nasty habit, and besides, everyone always says it's terribly unhealthy.
unhealthy for you. On the contrary, smoking is good for every part of you. You see, my dear little Alice, smoking brings virtue to both parts.
But what is virtue?
Quiet, that doesn't matter. Now, man is a rational animal, correct?
I suppose so.
So first, we shall delve into the what it is of smoking and why it actualizes the potential of man. You see, the body is perfect when it reaches its end, which is perfection. Now, by smoking, you are less able to breathe. And everybody knows that when you're exercising and you're unable to breathe easily, you build muscle quicker.
Oh?
Thus does your body achieve perfection. It's all quite simple, you see.
I suppose it would make sense if it weren't absolutely ridiculous.
Next, let's consider the soul. Now, when is a man virtuous?
When he spends more time in the chapel instead of at the rocks?
No. When he's smoking, of course. You see, when a man is filled with that from which he came, he is fullest with life. When you smoke, little Alice, what do you inhale? Fire. And everyone with the smallest amount of a brain in their head knows that fire is the principle of all. Or haven't you read the Pre-Socratics yet?
My mother always told me never to talk to strangers, especially one with more than 2 legs.
You're late.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be late for class.
Sign the first week of school. While she was still en route to the classroom, the Mad Hatter had asked the opening question.
As we were discussing yesterday, the difference between a natural sign and a contextual point is that instinct is the sole driving force in all of our actions. What then constitutes an implement for the recordation of philosophical speculation? Or, to put it more simply, why is a raven like a writing desk?
Exactly. As I said before, the predicate nomenclature is what the subject is subjugated to.
I think what he just said is precisely right. The subject of the predicate must always be produced against the nomen sensical.
That's exactly what I didn't say. I said...
No, you didn't. I said that you said that he said that what you were saying was precisely what you had already been saying.
I have no idea if this pertains to the opening question, but I had this really interesting dream about this like angel with a flaming sword, and I don't know, but I feel like my dream totally makes this conversation so much more better. Don't you dream about angels?
Oh dear. Well, as we were saying,
angels. I nearly always dream about angels. Such an interesting inclination of my intellect. They leave me breathless for just the right length. I could contemplate the beauty of the angle for an infinity. Ah, yes, but rather feel as if our present discourse is proving to be quite similar to the never-ending circle of the pine recessionary. Shall we get to the, point?
Yes. Oh, wait, no.
Is this section 2?
Ah, yes. Miss Alice. The very person we have all been waiting for. Would you mind remonstrating this on the board for us?
Remonstrate?
Remonstrate the demonstration.
Oh, you mean a prop?
A prop? Preposterous! Are you going to recline your first prop?
Oh, do you mean Euclid? Euclid?
Euclid? Of course I could. But what we all want to know is if Euclid...
I suppose.
Ah, yes. Euclid.
Totally reminds me of this dream that I had. And the song was my dream, and it went like this. It was like, twinkle, twinkle.
I don't believe that's what the author intended. Would you mind pointing out the text that supports your view?
Oh, yes, you've drawn it perfectly and exquisitely wrong. Yes, I was about to say, you drew it dreadfully correct.
What did I do wrong?
You didn't. That's the point. Yes, exactly. You drew a point, but you should have drawn a line. Observe.
Yes.
Colorum. Colore. Colore.
Latin.
No, you're doing it all wrong.
I love Latin.
Right.
Oh dear. We are only 2 hours under time. I just missed my last class.
Well, my darling slave girl, have you recollected the ignorance you have always had within you by the nature of your instinct? Do you not yet perceive that the perfect circle can only be described by an infinitude of infinitely infantile caterpillars?
Oh my goodness, such nonsense. I've never been to a stupider class in my entire life. I came here to seek truth.
Veritas. Quides.
Oh no. Truth? Well, perhaps dear little Alice was not being entirely honest with herself. For though TAC is often considered remarkable for its students' zealousness in the pursuit of truth, it is a well-known fact that the real reason anyone comes to this school is for the sports. Exhibit A. At least, that's why the guys come. The girls, on the other hand, come for the guys.
Hey.
Hey.
I noticed that your knees are looking really well covered.
He's been looking at my knees. Well, you know, I just wanted to tell you, you were sizzling hot in section this morning.
She thinks I'm hot.
And then he knew. This was the girl God had destined from all eternity to be the mother of his 10 children. All that was left was to pop the question.
Hey, so, you know, I was just doing some thinking, and I was wondering, you want to study Euclid together?
I'd love to.
Well, the sports...
Prop one is, it's really, it's intimate. I mean, intricate.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the sports are a great way to attract the girls. The real way to reel them in is with the intellectual life. Exhibit B. But little did they know that that rigid defender of chastity i.e. the head prefect, was lying in wait nearby.
Off with their heads! For attempting to establish illicit interpersonal contact, for flagrant and public displays of affection, suggestive eye movements, and an exchange of suspect compliments. It is hereby the order of the Queen that you lose your head.
Oh my goodness.
My dear, isn't that a wee bit much? Couldn't you just have a wee little trial?
If you insist.
Trials, otherwise known as Don Rags, where the tutors tear you apart for every little mistake in the grand art of logic you make in the classroom. Of course, Alice had heard all the stories, but she had simply no idea how truly painful and excruciating in every way the Don Rags can be.
My dear Alice, this is simply routine. Most, rather say some, of the students survive without significant psychological damage. Rest assured you have no cause for consternation. Please have a seat. Oh, no, the other way. The other way, my dear.
Order! Don Rags is now in session.
Miss Alice is simply, most positively, absolutely, the most wonderfully and miraculously horrible student I have ever seen in my entire intellectual academic career.
She never talks! Exactly! She never shuts up! Just yada 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 yada!
In other words, her class contributions are continuously and cryptically congealed in an arcanely esoteric.
In other words, she doesn't smoke.
Precisely my point.
And she's always smiling. Her delighted demeanor most definitely decreases the pleasure I derive from our classroom discussion.
It seems to me to be in a perpetual state of vegetation.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, Miss Alice, what we're all really wondering is why on earth you chose to come to TAC at all. Alice, any last words before your painful and imminent death?
Guilty as charged. For being seen within the 50-foot radius of a member of the opposite sex between the hours of 3:54 and 2:01 in the afternoon before second semester junior years. For undermining the great manuals program by reading actual books.
Twilight.
For underage consumption of herbal tea.
Tazo.
And finally, for wearing the color blue. This board of tutors finds you guilty of heresy, for which you will promptly be decapitated at the next all-school party at the Rocks.
My dear Mrs. Queen, isn't that a bit much? I mean, isn't it a bit severe? I mean, couldn't we give her several hundred hours or campus her for life? Or give her a one-way ticket to Christendom?
Christendom? Have you no compassion?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be late for the dance.
What movie is worth risking an hour and the dance? We shall see!